laboratory of Dr. Frankenstein, something incredible was created. The great taste of pure milk chocolate and delicious peanut butter. Unfortunately, no one would listen. And so the world would have to wait for the two great tastes that taste great together in Reese's Peanut Butter Cups.
Ooh, yes. It is that time of the year. It's the spooky Halloween month here on the Nostalgia Haunted House. And today, Andrew and Johnny are going to tear candy. Well, thank you, Dracula. That was very nice of him to
I
bring
don't
us
want
in.
Dracula on my show. I'm sorry, on this show. Not after I heard the panel discussion.
I don't know what you're talking about. Two different universes.
Okay, good then. Then Dracula can come on anytime he wants.
Yeah. This Dracula has a different last name.
Okay.
Check out the panel discussion podcast.
Different universe.
Different universe.
But
Andrew, today on the Nostalgia Haunted House, since this is the Halloween time, we're going to go by the Nostalgia Haunted House. I should have told you that before I brought it in, but here we are. We're going to do what everybody else has done, but we're going to do it, and that makes it even more something.
Well, we are going to be the only, well, now, unfortunately, the only retro podcast on the network that's going to be tearing candy.
That's right.
So,
and we're going to tear candy.
That's
but
different.
But there is one little thing, and I wish I could remember the podcast, but I can't. But there's a podcast that I saw that did this, and they threw in a little wrinkle, and that is we each get one for this whole thing. You only get to use this once. One veto. And that veto can be used to place one candy into whichever category that you wish, and the other person has to go along with it.
Okay, this is gonna, because we had some pre-show conversations, so this is gonna be interesting.
Yeah, and I will also say, you can't just wait till after we've tiered everything to use that. It's got to be in the moment. And also, since it's not on this list, and it's my absolute favorite candy. Reese's Pieces is the top tier.
They hurt my stomach after a while.
How many do you eat?
If you see me,
are you just like ET in them?
Yeah, I like the nice box. Like,
I do too. Yeah.
Walmart, and then the bin.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, where all of a sudden you got the box and it's in like the bin and it's like $1, but now it's like $1.24, and it really irritates me because now I'm noticing price changes. And
yeah, it's very annoying. Yeah, but I think we're gonna, it's a top tier candy, but it's not on this list. I just had to get that out of the way because of my love of Reese's Pieces.
This is probably the best one I found without actually making one. So it's got most of the major hitters on here. So I would say so. So
right, I guess let's just start at the first one here, right?
Yeah, some nice Brock's pumpkins.
All right,
those are horrible.
Let me just say, before we started doing this, Andrew and I have realized we have different taste in candy.
Yes,
and we may as well be brothers, honestly. But we're going to see how well this tests our friendship.
We would work out very well together if we had to live with each other, though, if I think about it, because I know there's candy that I could just like leave out and you wouldn't be like, oh, you won't notice if I take a couple.
So yeah, and if you get certain candy, I'm just not going to touch it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so that works out.
Amazing. I don't care what anybody said.
Like these pumpkins, I like these a lot.
I think they're horrible.
I can't let you put them in, but can I talk you up to overrated at least?
I'll give you overrated because
okay,
sure there's somebody out there. Because we forgot to go over our tiers.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
The best. Then the next one below that is trade bait. It's not good, but you might want to bait somebody with it because they might think it is the best.
Yeah.
Overrated is pretty much what I've noticed. Everything Johnny eats. And a lot of people pump it up, but it's not really. And then horrible. A lot of things that I noticed Johnny eats.
Yeah. I'm very excited that the McRib is coming back.
I'm just talking candy. McRib is one of, not to get too off topic, but I feel like the McRib for me and the Big Mac are one of those things where I don't eat it for a while and then I forget how it tastes.
Yeah.
And then I eat it and I go, yeah, that's why I don't order this all the time.
See, I absolutely adore the McRib. I love it. I do not like the other one though. I'm always been a quarter pounder with cheese guy.
Ooh, that's the little blonde haired kid that lives down the hallway for me. He likes that as well.
Yeah. All right. Now this is a very divisive candy. I think there's
Candy
people who
corn.
absolutely love this, and there's people who hate it, like just detest it.
I
I like it. I know you do not.
I it's overrated to me. It's between overrated and horrible.
See, this is why I'm going to agree on the overrated. Uh, I do like it a lot, but I only want it in October. I never want it any other time. Like it's kind of it's like a good Garfield's Halloween special, right? You only watch it one time a year.
Yes. Jolly Ranchers. Now these would be probably given out to you individually.
Yeah.
So that's not a person that I feel has spent the money towards Halloween.
I agree. I don't hate them, but I think this comes to your preference of, do you like a candy that stays in your mouth forever, or do you like a candy that you can actually eat?
And could also pull and replace fillings in your mouth.
Yeah, which that will do.
Oh,
I like it. I'm going. Where are you going? Where are you
I
going?
was thinking trade bait because I don't think it's like overrated because they are kind of like, once again, I'm getting older. A nice hard candy is not that bad.
It's better than Withers Originals.
Yes, even as a kid, I came up with the idea of trade bait because Jolly Ranchers and Now and Laters were used for trade,
Yeah.
like cigarettes in a prison system.
Yes.
So I would say trade bait. They're not the best. Nowhere near.
I will agree. I'll agree.
Okay. Three Musketeers, I gotta say the best.
Really?
I am a sucker for a good Three Musketeers.
Okay. All right. Now,
And promptly just puts front and center in Stranger Things because the monsters like them too, the Demogorgons.
yeah, I do like Three Musketeers. I was thinking more trade bait because I
I'll
do like it, but there's other candy bars that I like way more than it.
I'll give you trade bait because that's not a hill I'm willing to die on right now for Three Musketeers.
Okay.
Snickers, on the other hand, I think it's the best.
I'm going to agree
That
completely.
is a
Yeah.
gold standard candy bar. I don't
I
care.
I was ready to fight for that one, to be honest. I'm glad we agree.
This is like the Tim Duncan of candy bars. There's not
Yes.
like peanut butter with the chocolate, but the nougat and the peanuts and the caramel. It just
Never misses a bank shot. Yeah.
no, it is fundamentally sound. It is a
Yeah.
fundamentally sound candy bar. It is not
Agreed completely. That
spectacular.
is one of the best.
The Baby Ruth. Baby.
All right.
Ruth.
That's, you know how you were just explaining the McRib? That's how I feel about the Baby Ruth. I
Okay.
like it, but I forget about it pretty easily.
I do too. I would consider overrated because I had one the other day and I was like, I kind of prefer Payday over.
Yeah. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So I'm going to agree with you. Overrated.
The Nestle Crunch is another one. Geez,
I'm very curious what you think of the Nestle Crunch.
I'm going trade bait are the best.
Okay, I can't let you put it in the best.
I said either. I could do trade bait. I don't think it's overrated because I think you know what you get. It's a consistent.
Yeah. I will agree to it being trade bait just because I want to save my veto. I don't hate it, but I would eat a Baby Ruth over it, if I'm being honest.
See, I think I go Nestle Crunch.
So now is another divisive one, in my opinion. Dots.
Dots. These are overrated.
I really like dots.
I think if you're talking about candies that get stuck in your mouth, are just incredibly hard to chew, dots are there, and they're
If
just
you get a
overrated.
fresh,
I
you get
don't
a
think they're
fresh batch.
horrible. A fresh batch? What do you do? Go to the Dots factory?
Yeah, I go right to the Dots factory, get them hot off the press, and those things are incredible. Man,
Fresh batch.
there's other candies that I'm going to say my veto for, so I will accept overrated, but I like
Okay.
them.
I never heard candy run out in a fresh batch.
Yeah, fresh batch of Dots. You can tell when candy is fresh. All right, here we go.
Oh,
This
that's
is
why I love doing this
I'm
show.
all right. Junior mints. All right, these aren't even grown up mints, Andrew.
Yes, but they were also accidentally thrown into an open patient in Seinfeld.
It's a reference I don't know. Don't
You
watch that
never
show.
heard? Huh? You
I
never?
don't know that reference. Nope.
Oh, jeez. Where, Trevor? Can we phone a Trevor?
He would get it. He loves Seinfeld.
Oh,
Junior mints. They're not even like they are their father's namesake, for crying out loud. Their senior mints is a son. What do you think about mints in general?
I am a big fan of like a nice York peppermint patty or a junior bit. I wouldn't say they're the best, but why do I keep on doing that? I would say trade bait at best.
Oh man,
Let's hear your
I
argument.
d-
Anything else.
okay, all right. I
I'm
don't.
gonna put it down at the bottom.
I don't hate them. I do not hate them, but also like if somebody's like, "Hey, I got some candy for you," and it's a junior mint, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty disappointed.
Really?
Yeah, I don't. I
Yeah.
think it's just I'm weird with mint. If like gum that's mint flavored, I love because it really helps
Okay.
my mouth feel fresh.
Ice cream?
I do not like mint ice cream. That's wasting ice cream in my opinion. If I'm getting
Wow.
ice cream, it's butter pecan or something good like that.
I like the standard ice cream there, the nice butter pecan. Nothing like fruity tooty raspberry swirl with chocolate covered
Oh,
nuts.
we'll tier ice cream flavors one day. Uh, but junior mints to me, I can't let you put it in the best. Trade bait.
I think it's trade bait at least.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you because if I get them, I'm going to trade them to you for a baby Ruth or dots.
The dots are my candy corn or my pumpkins.
Yeah,
M&Ms, just standard
the original M&Ms.
M&Ms, the best. I gotta
I
say, because if you think about it, even if you get any type of M&Ms, actually, you know what? Because I just saw there's the other M&Ms.
that's what I saw too. That's why I was about to say
I'm saying trade bait.
I'm going to agree. Trade bait M&M
Uh,
original M&Ms trade bait.
Yeah, because I saw a different type of M&Ms. If you're not
Yeah,
watching
there's more M&Ms on the
on
way.
the YouTube, the Mr. Good Bar, the best.
Agreed completely.
Wow. Okay.
I
I
love Mr. Goodbar. Yes.
I am not a candy snob. When you get, you know how you get the big bag of Hershey candy bars.
Yeah, it has all the different ones in it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I dig for Mr. Good Bars.
I do as well. Also, side note, my grandmother, who I was very close to, that was her favorite candy bar. And so when I was stay with her as a kid, she'd always get a Mr. Goodbar and share it with me. So it's got a very special place for me.
Oh,
But on top of that, it's also just a really good candy bar.
it's so simply good there.
It's the best combination of crunch with chocolate.
Yes. I would just say just gummy bears, or Harborough, because I think they come in smaller packets now. I don't know.
They do.
Love
Yeah.
gummy. I think gummy bears are overrated.
I like gummy what do you call it? Gummy candy, I guess. But this particular one, I don't feel like I've ever gotten a fresh batch.
I love the fresh.
So I'm gonna agree with you. And I'll overrated's fine with me on those.
Oh, we got nothing in horrible yet.
I got some on the way that
I should have vetoed the pumpkins, but I think there's a bigger fight for me later on. Airheads, Oh, jeez.
The candy, not the movie.
Yeah, but the movie's great. We should review that.
Yeah, the movie's fun. The movie's fun, but
Uh,
uh,
what a star cast in that movie too. If you look at it, compare it like
that literally, yeah, like your mind will be blown if you go back and look at who's in that. Airheads.
I
All
would say
right,
overrated. Overrated to horrible because after a while, it's
you
just
can't eat very many of them.
no.
They are good, but in very like some people we know they're good, but in a very short burst.
I'm gonna. I, I don't want to say horrible because I do.
And now all our friends who listen to this are going to wonder who we're talking about,
Yes, that is correct.
and you're never going to know.
I don't know how many messages are we gonna get.
We'll find out. We'll also find out who actually listens to us on top of
Yeah,
that. Yeah. I'm going to agree with overrated. I do.
Scary.
I do like the flavor, some of the flavors.
I
And I remember as a kid being
mystery.
the mystery ones I was about to say. As a kid, I loved those, trying to figure out what they were, that kind of thing. But overrated, as an adult, I'm going to agree overrated.
Over milk duds. I'm just gonna leave the mouse cursor here. Milk duds. I think they're a horrible candy. I think they're worse than dots when it comes to chewing.
Oh, I agree there. Yeah.
Uh,
If you
it's
ever had a
just
fresh batch,
once should make a fresh batch t-shirt.
it could mean anything. I, you know what? This is not a hill I'm going to fight on. And on top of that,
I,
it's the name. The last part of the name sort of fits the candy. To me, it is a dud.
yeah,
I don't hate it, but it's just there.
it
And it's like, why when you go to the movies, why are they pushing milk duds on me? You know?
yeah, I don't get it because once the chocolate's gone, and
Yeah. What's
it's
the
like
point?
fruit straight gum when it comes to
Yeah.
the chocolate, it's gone in like 15 seconds, and you're like, what am I doing with this?
It's a waste of money.
It is. Even though it is one of Pauly Shore's food groups, and Encino Man, I
Yeah.
gotta give it a low rating. I think that's the only reason why I tried it was because of Pauly Shore, and then I was like, I don't know if
And
you.
Encino Man,
Pauly.
great movie. I love Encino
Uh,
Man.
I'm kind of
Sweet.
also going over by these, like as I'm going through my kids' candy, like when
Yeah.
they're younger, I blew by the milk duds. I was like, I'm not doing
Oh yeah. I don't care
not,
about them.
not today.
Milk duds are the ones I'll eat like when it's the last candy left, and I'm just really want candy.
It's
It's the last resort type of candy.
sweet tarts. I think these are overrated to horrible.
I'll agree with overrated.
Okay.
I don't think they're not on milk duds level. They're just barely slightly above for me.
Mounds. I think
All right,
Mounds is horrible.
agreed. Put them in horrible.
And it's gonna shock you how I feel about almond joy. But
I don't know if from what you just said, we may have similar feelings.
no, Whoppers.
Whoppers.
Jeez, these are overrated.
All right, I'm going to say Trey Bader overrated, and here's why. As a kid, I didn't like these, but I guess as I got older and my palate became more refined, I grew to tolerate them a little more.
See, as a kid, I loved them.
Also, you went the other way.
I went the other way. Now I don't like them that much.
Let's put them in overrated then. I'm fine with overrated.
I
We're gonna have
think
like the longest list of overrated.
like every weekend, my dad would get us Whoppers, and I think that, like the candy Whoppers.
Yeah.
Again,
Whopper,
there's
Whopper,
gonna be some
Whopper,
guy.
Whopper.
I just know there's gonna be some person out there that's gonna be like, why would their father get them Whoppers from Burger King?
Could be a big fish.
I just ate them a lot as a kid where I'm like, nah, I'm kind of done with it. Milky Way. I'm in two categories here. Once again. Trade
Yeah,
bait.
the middle two. Middle two. Yeah. Same with me. It's another one of those candies when I look at it that I just wish it was a Snickers.
Why can't you be something else?
Yeah, just be Snickers. So I guess in a way I have a lot in common with Milky Way. I get shook all the time, screamed in my face, why aren't you something else? Literally every ex-girlfriend to me. Milky Way, I'm going to say, I think it's better than some of the candies that we have in overrated. Like I would eat it ahead of a
I would
Sweet
say
Tart or a Whopper or
trade bait,
Airheads. I'm fine with Trade Bait.
Butterfinger. Oh, jeez, so
All right.
many different feelings.
Yeah, I'm conflicted on
Like
Butterfinger.
emotions are coming up. It's like
Like,
looking at like a picture of somebody that's like you were really good friends with, or like an ex-girlfriend or something, and now you're like, ah.
yeah,
You remember The Simpsons, don't lay your hand on my Butterfinger, and you're like,
yeah. I
oh,
immediately first thing I think of is Bart Simpson when I look at Butterfingers.
I don't think it's the best. I almost want
Here's the
to change it.
thing. It's that candy that I really like it, but it works so hard against me to eat it.
I
Talk about sticking to the roof of your mouth. That's what that candy does
I
all
would
day
want to put it
long.
in overrated,
Oh man,
because I
I
know there's a lot of people out there to be like, oh, Butterfinger is the best. How do you put it any lower than that?
I do like a Butterfinger, but it's like it's work to eat one of those.
That's why I got to put in overrated. It's
Yeah, I guess
art.
I'm just kind of uh, just diving into your reasoning. I'll agree, overrated.
I think it's one of the few candy bars that we probably all ate because of advertising.
Yeah, that's how you know it worked.
Yeah.
All right, here
Uh,
we go.
Warheads. I'm not a big fan of like sour candy, especially warheads. I don't want to say they're horrible because I don't like sour stuff. I know the reasoning is weird. Like, when did you say it's horrible if you don't like it? But I don't want to say it's overrated because I do feel there is a warheads community, if that's the
Oh,
phrase.
there's definitely. I mean, there's people who absolutely love sour candy. And spoiler alert, there's another sour candy on this list that I actually really like a lot, but I don't like incredibly sour stuff at all. I do not like warheads in the least. This is a horrible candy for me.
Okay, we'll go into horrible. Skittles. Do you remember the urban legend that Skittles were made out of ant parts? Or was that just in our area?
And parts.
That's what wh- somebody came up with this thing in, like, I think middle school, that they were made from like the exoskeletons of ants. That's
You
why
think
they're
how difficult a
crunchy.
process that would be?
We were in middle school, Johnny. It was like sixth, seventh grade. I don't think I wouldn't have believed it. Maybe even eighth. But come on. I was still believing that Marilyn Manson. There was a little piece of my head. I didn't totally believe it, but there was a little piece of my head that Marilyn Manson removed two of his ribs so you could do you know what to himself.
Oh, well, that's obviously true. Uh, Skittles. I like Skittles a lot.
I like Skittles too, but I don't think it's the best.
Man, it's a top tier candy for me.
I would put it in
However,
the best if you
uh,
want, because I can see it.
I just like it a lot. It's probably my favorite type of fruity type candy.
How do you even describe fruity type? Let's put it in the best.
Okay,
I'll give it.
I
I'll
mean,
give,
I'm gonna one time I'm gonna figure out how to send you a fresh batch of Skittles and
I need a fresh batch of dots, obviously. I don't know where this fresh batch candy store
like
is.
I swear to you on everything that I am that I've had a fresh batch of dots that were amazing, and I've had an old batch of dots that were just not good at all. I
I need.
promise you.
I just want a fresh batch of candy.
Yes. Yeah, can I get the dots that just came out, please?
I'm gonna go to Walmart and be like, yes, these dots have been out for a while. Do you have any
You got to
pumpkin
get the
dots?
dots in the back. I used to stock Walmart. They put all the old ones in the front.
So we
Just
just
like
know what you toss somebody a five and they're like, here's the fresh batch.
Hey, I want to give you a five. You can go back in the back there and bring me one of those fresh boxes of dots, please. All
Uh,
right, here we go. This is the one Andrew and I had a.
this is the battle.
This is the
Twizzlers
battle right here.
are the best.
Are you saying it's a top tier candy for
I
you,
say
Twizzlers?
100%. Those strawberry Twizzlers are absolutely amazing. Once again, the advertising does not lie, obviously only to Johnny Townsend when it says that it makes mouths happy.
All right, here's my argument against it.
Oh,
I am one who loves, again, when it comes to fruit flavored things like cherry and strawberry, those are my favorite flavors in the stuff. So Twizzlers was that candy that I'd always get like, all right, man, it's red. I'm gonna love this, but every time I'm like, it's wax.
it's not wax. It's delicious. You can use it
Maybe
as
I
a
haven't got a
straw.
fresh. Maybe I've never gotten a fresh batch like you, Andrew.
I don't think
I'm just one
I
fresh
bought
batch
mine
of
from
Twizzlers
Five
away.
Below the other day, and I don't think it was a fresh batch, but I still ate them. Twizzlers do not last in my house.
Oh, is that everybody loves them candy at your
Everybody,
house?
yeah.
All right, see, here's the thing. I don't hate them at all. I would never put them in horrible. For me personally, they're trade bait or overrated.
I will give you trade bait.
Okay, I'll agree to trade bait.
I'll give you trade bait. I think they're maybe a little bit better, but I will give you trade bait.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like you let me have Skittles.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, I understand. All right.
Dum Dums. Oh my goodness. This is like the how do we put like what I said about Jolly Rancher? If somebody's giving out Dum Dums, you know they're cheaping out.
Oh yeah, what are they, like $1 5 pounds?
Yeah. I don't think you can get a fresh batch of Dum Dums because they're still selling them
There's no such thing.
from 1985.
Every Dum Dum was made 50 years ago.
Did you ever hear Lewis Black say that about candy corn?
Oh, I think so. Yeah. All right, here I have a. All right, I'm going to say horrible, and here's why. A
Oh.
Dum Dum tried to kill me once.
The can't wait. A person that's a Dum Dum or
No. The candy
okay.
tried to kill me once. I was with some friends and we were joking and goofing off, and sometimes like everybody's like, yeah, we'll just for whatever reason we all had somebody brought out some Dum Dums, and I go, okay, all right. So I was sitting there joking around with my buddies and had a Dum Dum in my mouth, and somebody said something really funny, and I laughed, and all of a sudden the whole Dum Dum was gone.
You inhaled a gum gum? Or
I had inhaled the stick of the Dum Dum, and thankfully they're not very strong because it's cheaply made a lollipop, but I was really concerned for that whole night.
I will give you I'll say overrated.
Oh man.
I can't go horrible for a Dum Dum because it's really not that bad.
All right. There is another candy on here that I'm really going to fight for, so I'm going to allow overrated.
Okay. We got a lot of overrated things.
Yes.
The Payday, I think this is a great candy bar.
I like it a lot too.
I would honestly put it in the best. It's simple. It's
my only complaint against it is they're really messy. They fall apart pretty easily.
Yeah. Would you agree on the best?
Yeah, I like them quite a lot. I'm not mad if I get a Payday, that's for sure.
Swedish Fish, the best.
Oh, this is what I was going to fight for.
These are the best.
Yeah, Swedish Fish rule.
I would put Swedish Fish over Twizzlers. There's no way I would put it in the same category. Swedish Fish.
All right, well, that's sweet. I get to save my fight for another candy then.
And you also mentioned that you only like the flavored Twizzlers, like the different flavored ones, and I was like, those aren't that great. The different flavored Swedish Fish, I think, are still 100% great.
I agree. Yeah. I haven't had a bad Swedish Fish.
I've never
no matter how old the batch is.
I've never had a fresh batch. Still need to give me one of those fresh batches. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, the best.
Yeah, I mean, even Will Arnett agrees. So,
Blow Pops.
That's a much better Dum Dum.
Yeah, I would put this in trade bait though.
I agree. It's trade bait. I do like them. It's my favorite of the lollipops for sure.
It's gum you have to work for.
Yeah, but when you get to it, it's worth it, I think.
York Peppermint Patty.
I
trade bait.
I don't like these at all.
I
don't like these at all, but in
How do you not?
interest of being positive, I'm going to agree to trade bait or overrated. If you say trade bait, I'm going to let it slide.
Okay, I would say trade bait. I don't think it's the best. Sour,
All
huh?
right. This is the other sour candy
This
that
is
I really like.
because you get the sour, but it doesn't last for like,
Yeah,
and it doesn't like kill your palate like I feel like a warhead does.
it's the only sour candy that I can eat multiple of. Like I don't just stop at one because it's too sour. I really like Sour Patch Kids a lot.
I would put them in trade bait.
I'm going to agree. They're quite good. They're definitely, in my opinion, the best of the sour candies.
Almond
I agree.
Joy is the
That's
best.
the best. The best.
And that one almond, even if you get like the little one, that one almond
It saves it, right?
just knocks it all the way up. Because we have Mounds and Horrible. And what's the difference between Mounds and Almond Joy?
The almond.
Yeah.
The almond makes all the difference because I'm not a coconut fan overall. I don't care one way for the other for coconut, but for whatever reason, that combination of that chocolate with the almond and the coconut works.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. All
Peanut
right.
M&M's, the best.
The peanut M&M's is the best all day long.
Tootsie Roll. How do you feel about Tootsie Rolls?
All right. We're talking the original one.
Yes.
The chocolate flavored one. I hate these.
What?
I do like the flavored ones, the fruit flavored ones, a
Oh.
lot, but I do not like these whatsoever. I'm assuming you like them more than I do from
I
your reaction.
love Tootsie Rolls.
Oh man. Oh man. Where are you thinking that you want to put them?
I would say trade bait. They're not quite the best.
I mean, they would be trade bait for me. I would try to get better candy out of it. Oh man. I'm trying to look at the other candies we got left because we're running toward the end here. Um,
Yeah, I don't know how you feel about these other ones. I'm actually shocked we haven't.
as long as you don't put Tootsie Roll in the best, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, it's trade bait. I love Tootsie Rolls. I grew
Yeah,
up.
I don't like them at all.
Cotton candy, sweet as gold. Let me see that Tootsie Roll. Starburst. I think these are overrated. I know a lot of people will kill me for this one. They're good,
Wow.
but they're not like great.
They're so much better than a Tootsie Roll, my friend.
No, I would take a Tootsie Roll over a Starburst.
I could not do that any day of the week.
I think they're overrated.
This is why we would work living together, because I could have all my Starburst and you have all your Tootsie Rolls.
Will I indulge in Starburst? Yes, but will I go out of my way to get Starburst? No way.
I'm not even kidding. If me and you went trick or treating together, I wouldn't even think twice. I would just give you all my Tootsie Rolls because I'm never going to touch them.
I would trade you all my Starburst for your Twizzlers and your Tootsie Rolls. And I guess the candy corn and the pumpkins too as well.
I'm going to come out great this Halloween. That's one of the good things about liking candy a lot of people don't like.
Yeah.
You get a lot of great candy in your opinion.
I
like Starburst a lot.
I don't get it. And I like yellow Starburst. That's probably one of my top favorites. And a lot of people are like, what is wrong with you?
I'm gonna say this. Again, as I've gotten older, I don't like lemons, but lemon flavored candy has really grown on me. And I do like a lemon Starburst quite a lot. I can't let you put it in horrible.
I was gonna go overrated.
I'm seeing these other. You know what? I love dots, so let's just put another candy I love in there along with it. Let's put some Starburst there.
Or you could do the veto.
There is a couple of candies on here that I feel very strongly about that I'm going to save my video for that are left. One in particular.
Crap.
No, you don't.
The lovely Heath Bar.
I can count on one hand how many of these I've had in my lifetime.
Me too. Like I don't think it's horrible though, but I think it maybe at the best is overrated.
Yeah, I think it's one of those candies that people forget about.
I would say it's overrated. We agree? The Rolo.
Again, that's another candy that I haven't had a lot of.
I used to eat a lot of Rolos. As a matter of fact, at one point I thought it was only a Canadian candy.
No, I've seen them here in the South. I hate to tell you.
That was like I know that was
Yeah,
the one thing. Well, as I got older, like as a kid, I thought it was just like you could get it in Canada for some reason, and
for whatever
like
reason, as a
sweetheart.
kid, I thought it was like a snooty candy. I don't know why.
Because it Rolo. Would you like a
I
Rolo?
think it's the packaging too. Like it's trying to come off like it's a classy thing, I guess.
It's just a typical caramel candy.
And I really like caramel, so I do like one of these. Um, it's either overrated or trade bait for me. So either
Yeah,
one
I
of
don't.
those, I'm fine with.
I'll put it in trade bait.
I'm cool with that. Yeah.
The 100-gram bar. We used to give these to my fifth grade teacher.
She a
I
big
don't.
fan of the 100
I
grain.
don't get it. I'm not good.
It's one of those candies that's just there for me.
Yeah, I
So
would say overrated
put it there. That's fine with me.
or overrated so much. The Kit Kat bar. How do you feel about the Kit Kat bar?
The original Kit Kat bar, they come out with so
Yeah.
many different flavors now.
I hate.
But the original Kit Kat bar, I do like quite a lot.
I think it's
Uh,
trade bait. I don't think it's the best.
I'm not going to put in the best either. I'm going to agree with trade bait. I do like it quite a lot though.
Probably one of the best commercials.
Oh yeah, I mean, break me off a piece of that. You
Yeah.
know,
The Crackle bar. This is in my mind the Crackle bar shouldn't exist. We already have, and
it's
all
just the crunch. It's just trying to be the crunch bar, right?
yeah, it's just trying to be a Nestle's Crunch bar. It's like it's great value to it. I've never heard
Yeah,
anybody say I prefer a Crackle over.
I never heard anybody say let's go get a crackle bar at all.
Yeah, these were ones that I would pass over in the Hershey bag to get to the Mr. Good bar.
But at the same time, when you have one, they're not awful.
They're not awful, but it's
They're
not,
just like a knockoff of a crunch bar.
yeah, you're eating the knockoff.
Yeah, I'm going to go. I mean, I know we have a million things that overrated, but I'm going to go
There we go.
overrated for it. All right. Okay. All right. Here's the one we may have a fight on.
Twix. I prefer the right one.
You're in Texas.
That was good.
Twix. All right. Just full confession, Andrew. Please don't hate me, but I absolutely do not like Twix in the least.
I don't. I love it because we're only looking at the original Twix.
Yeah.
This was peanut butter Twix. I'd put it in the best. But since it's just Twix, I don't get it either.
I have another controversial feeling that I don't like most pretzel things,
It's not really a pretzel. Is it a
but
pretzel?
it feels like a pretzel to me. I don't know why.
Like
I'm-
most pretzel things. Is it pretzels you don't like or pretzel type things?
I don't know.
So you don't like a good chocolate covered pretzel?
Don't know why. It's just, but I do like a white chocolate covered pretzel. As weird as that sounds, like they give them out for Christmas or something like that. Those I do like,
Okay.
but I don't know. I've just never ever liked a Twix. It's a horrible candy for me, and I'm gonna. If you don't agree to horrible, I'm going to video it to horrible. I'm not even going to lie.
Okay, so we're just gonna put it in horrible because I was gonna put it overrated, but
Okay.
Johnny
Right.
vetoed it into horrible. The Hershey bar, your classic standard Hershey bar. Very last one.
The classic standee of
Standy.
the Hershey bar. All right, here's the thing. Again, if this was a Hershey with almonds,
No, it's a different story. That
that's a
almond,
totally different candy. That
those
again,
almonds do some amazing things.
those almonds work. They deserve a raise because they do so much. If a Hershey's with almonds is a top, literally for me, a top tier candy, and I'm not even kidding. I love a Hershey's with almonds.
I think it's a Hershey's with almonds. Yeah.
Yeah, a Hershey's with almonds is the best. However, just the original Hershey's bar is fine to me. It's just fine.
I think it's overrated.
I'm going to agree. I need that almond there for my chocolate.
It's only good for s'mores.
Oh, you agreed. If we're talking s'mores, I'm bumping it up. I'm bumping it up. All right, now the question I want to ask you as we look at our list here,
Yes.
is there any candies that we didn't talk about that you would want to bring up for this? I brought up Reese's Pieces
That I
earlier.
get for like Halloween trick or treating.
just in general even. This is a pretty good overall list of candy, though. I will say
that's why I was like, you know what, this is the standard stuff you would get on Halloween.
Yeah, because for me, it's just missing Reese's Pieces and Hershey's with almonds. If I had those, I'm going to bring up one. I don't even think they make it anymore, and I really miss it. The Nutrageous. Did you ever have the Nutrageous
I
bar?
love the Nutrageous. The Reese's.
That's one of my absolute favorite candy bars
I think
ever.
the Reese bars are amazing. That the fast break.
Yeah.
Even though you don't like pretzel type things. I don't know if you've ever had Take 5.
I have tried to Take 5.
But it's got that pretzel thing in there.
That's why I've only tried it. I never finished it.
So you don't like a good soft pretzel? Or is it the hard pretzel?
See, here's the thing.
We're like, this has nothing to do with Halloween right now.
No, I like
so
this. This is a good discussion. I don't like something that's overly salty, as weird as it may sound. And I feel like most pretzels I've ever had just gives me that salt, like just abundance of salt smacking me in the face.
Okay.
And I that's just not for me. Now, obviously, I love a good French fry, and one day we need to tier French fries because that's one of my absolute favorite things. But I don't know what it is. I should like a pretzel, and I've tried to get it. It's one of those things where like
exclusive is us team French fries.
Love it. We're gonna do it. But yeah, I don't know what it is. It's one of those foods that I'm like, I just don't. I'd rather have a cookie. Give me a good cookie instead.
I'd rather have a nice soft pretzel.
Man, you know those places in the mall that always like you can get big pretzels or big cookies.
Yeah,
I'm a big cookie guy.
See, where my son likes the cinnamon and sugar.
Yeah.
So not a big fan of regular pretzels, but cinnamon and sugar.
Well, we did it, Andrew. Here's our list.
Yeah, there it is. And all of it.
Now, just looking at the M&Ms, I mean, you both agree that peanut's the best. Is there any other type of M&M that you also like?
Peanut butter.
Agreed. Yeah.
Peanut butter.
But peanut butter is good, but it just makes me want to Reese's Pieces.
True. They hurt my stomach too.
Maybe it's peanut butter. Have you thought about that?
Never. I love peanut butter too much. I eat peanut butter on eggs.
Have you ever had it on like a sliced apple?
Yes.
That's crazy good.
I eat a lot of weird stuff.
I'm an adult who still really likes just a good fresh batch of peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
Fresh batch, Johnny Townsend over here.
I got a fresh batch, but that doesn't sound good.
If you were like some 1920s athlete, that would be your name, Fresh Batch.
Coming to the podium, it's fresh batch Johnny Townsend, batting 350.
That is it. Thank you everybody for listening or watching. And remember to catch us on YouTube, Facebook, subscribe to our Patreon if you like what we're doing here.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff there.
Yep.
Also, check out all our social medias. Andrew does an awesome job on the Instagrams and the Facebook. Just search for the name of this podcast, the Nostalgia Funhouse. A lot of great stuff on there, and also available wherever you listen to podcasts.
Yeah, and leave us a review. Let us know how you're doing.
Tell us how much you hate our candy choices.
Yeah. Dislike me on YouTube if you want to.
It's okay, Andrew. It's okay. It's okay.
I try. I just try.
People are going to hate, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah. Yeah, leave us a review. Let us know how we're doing. If you got any show ideas, I believe the name is Nico. If I don't look at it, once again, I don't mean to offend anybody, but I can't even remember my child's name half of the time. So
he's not kidding.
Yeah. Just shoot us ideas or anything else. We're open to pretty much any idea.
Oh, by the way, this is a kid that lives in his house and he sees every day.
Yeah.
You're confounded by my pretzels, and that's the thing. It's interesting to me.
I got too much knowledge in my head.
No, I get it, man. I'd rather remember I'd rather remember why they don't use nunchucks for Michelangelo
It-
in England than a kid's name. I'm with
Yeah,
you.
exactly. I'd rather memorize, who Alita 1 is than worry about my child's name. Alita
Some
1's
things
been
are just
around
more
with me.
important.
Yeah, Alita 1's been around with me since my childhood, and the
Yeah,
Heat just came around 12 years ago. I mean, come on.
yeah. He's got to earn his place. But here's our list. Thanks for watching, Andrew, and I appreciate it a great deal.
Yes.
What's your favorite candy? Put it in the comments below. Like this video. If you want to dislike it, just go eat a Twix, which is a huge insult for me.
Can I just say though, now that before I do my closing, and you better not ruin this, but we've actually got through a podcast without any wrestling references. And with that being said, good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
As God is my witness, he's broken in half.